So everybody, and just like that, iPadOS 18.4 Beta 2 is out to all developers, so let's test out exactly what's new, what quality of life improvements came in, because there were a few, and see if there was any functional differences compared to Beta 1, so let's get into it. So everyone, welcome to iPadOS 18.4 Beta 2. And the first thing we're going to check out is going to be the build size. So this is all zoomed in, but we're looking at about 1.44 gigs in terms of a size for the developer beta 2 of 18.4. So give yourself at least 3 gigs of open storage in order to get this installed and installed correctly. The next thing I want to do is go into the build number. So we go into our settings, go into the about section, click on the 18.4. We're now on 22E5216 lowercase h, meaning we are getting closer and closer to that final RC edition, which should come sometime next month. So this time around, it's more so quality of life updates and also getting us ready for the big launch of 18.4 and eventually 18.5. So the first one I'm going to show off in the notes section, but if you go into our notes, we have 7 brand new emojis that have been added to the emoji keyboard. Now again, you do need to be on 18.4 to not only see these, but also if you send them, the recipient needs to be on 18.4 in order to see these. If not, they just show up as kind of question marks. But you have the fingerprint, the leafless tree, a splatter, a shovel, a harp, bags under eyes, smiley face, and then finally this like turnip or root-based plant, which again is nice to have. So that's 7 brand new emojis added to the emoji calendar. And if you do want to access them, just click on this and then you'll see that they're all right here. I've already searched them. You can search them by name and they're easy to be used. The next new update has to be the prioritized notifications. So with beta 1, if we went into our settings, we scrolled down to notifications, we did get this brand new option called prioritize notifications. With beta 1, it only showed this one toggle right here, but now you have the ability to select which ones you want prioritized manually. So again, the idea here is that it'll learn based on what you use most often, what you like, what you want to hear from. But if you do want to force something, you can actually force it by checking this off. By default, each one of these will be turned on. So if you do want to go through these and turn these off application by application, you can then do so to see what's going to be included in your prioritized notification tab when you do turn this on. I do like to keep this turned on at all times to give me a prioritized notification look overall. So I'm a big fan of this, but definitely check it out with beta 2. Another big one that was lacking with iPadOS was that with the mail application, it took a while for us to get it. iOS 18.1 brought the mail application to the iPhone, but it took until 18.4 for both iPadOS and macOS to get it. So we did get the new categories with the beta 1 update of 18.4, but now beta 2, it adds these kind of category definitions of what it's deciding what's going to be happening in each category. So primary category is going to find the messages that matter most in primary and organize everything else. You can tap on the ellipsis menu to learn more. And you can see that we now have these two right here, which is categories and list view. So you can change it back if that's something that you want to change back to, or go over here if you want to go back to the new look. And then you can also understand a little bit more about categories, which is going to be an explanation of each one. And then you also get a summarization of each one of these. So you get to find out what's in primary and your transactions and your updates to get a little bit more information. And then you also can turn this off and on to show priority if that's what you want to do. So that's always a nice little option. But then you also have the other explainers. So in transactions, you get to keep track of your orders, including shipping and delivery notices, bundled by sender, your updates, which is going to be news, subscriptions, and socials, and then finally your promotions, which is going to be special offers, deals, and more. So see what's new from businesses and organizations that you recognize. So that's going to be the new mail application with its new categories. Let me know in the comment down below if you guys use this or if you prefer the old look, which is going to be the list view. The next one's going to be in the App Store. So if you go into our App Store, you see that I have 16 applications that need to be updated, but one new thing that came up is not only the ability to pause, but also the ability to resume an app download with a new UI. So for instance, if I want to do something like Slack, I can pause it while it's working, and you can see that I have this new resume UI, which again allows you to maybe go back. So maybe for instance, you have it to automatically download when you're using data connectivity, but you don't want to use up your data, so you can pause it in the middle of the download and then resume it when you're back on Wi-Fi. I just like this new option and this new UI that lets you resume and pause different applications when you are downloading them, whether they are an update or a brand new download. This next one is an interesting one, and again, it's going to be a foreshadow into all the changes that are going to be coming with 18.5, which ideally should give us a brand new Siri and the new contextual awareness, but it's going to be in the shortcuts. If you type in change, you now can get way more granular on a per app basis when you want to change a certain setting. So for instance, if I click on Safari, I now have the option to go in here, and it gets way more granular into what I can change with a shortcut, which wasn't there before. So having these added on here is not only a good foreshadow, but also you're going to be able to build some pretty crazy stuff. And I know that there's definitely another community when it comes to shortcuts, and they're just going to have a ton of fun with this. Shout out Steven Robles, because I know he's going to love this stuff. But this is just going to give you more granular optionality when using shortcuts. So now let's briefly talk battery life, because again, the iPad, the M4 iPad Pro, has been an absolute king of battery life. So if we go to where it says battery up here, see how we've been doing with especially Beta 1 over the last week or so. You can see on a day right here, we got 9 hours and 32 minutes of screen on time with about 80% battery taken, which means I could have easily gotten 12 hours of battery life right here with this situation. Same thing goes down here. We used about 3 hours and 45 minutes of screen on time with about 35% battery. So if you triple that, that's at least 10 hours of battery life, if not more. So overall battery life on the M4 iPad Pro has been great, even with all the betas that we've been testing. And you can even see here that charging was on hold due to iPad temperature, which is something I actually haven't seen before. And let me know with a comment down below if it is something that's been there before. I'm curious to know, but from a battery life standpoint, it's been great. And then performance-wise, I have no complaints. Everything's been snappy, everything's been working as intended. I can still edit all my videos very easily with LumaFusion and things of that nature. So overall, iPadOS 18.4 Beta 1 was a great success, with Beta 2 hopefully also following suit. One thing that I do wish we got is the ability to actually change the action button, or maybe create a shortcut with an action button, because now all non-iPhone 16s with an action button can change the action button to get visual intelligence, which is something that the iPad is still yet to have, even though it has a rear camera and an M4 chip, so it should be powerful enough to get it done. Let's see if Apple gives us visual intelligence on the iPad Pro, but let's finish up this video. So again, when it comes to these Beta 2 updates, it's more so a refinement of all the new stuff that came with Beta 1, like the food section inside of the News Plus app, as well as adding a little bit more to the prioritized notifications section of Apple Intelligence. So a lot of this stuff is, like I mentioned, quality of life updates, which are very welcome additions. Some of my favorite ones here are, of course, adding the 7 new emojis, which we mentioned earlier in this video, as well as being able to pause and resume certain application downloads, which I think is going to be huge if you are downloading things via data like 4G and 5G. To be able to prioritize where your data is going, if you accidentally start an automatic download, you can pause it and then resume it when you're back on Wi-Fi. So a lot of nice little use cases for your iPad, but that's going to do it for this video, everybody. Let me know with a comment down below what you thought about this update. Are you jumping on the developer beta? Are you going to wait for the public beta? Or are you just going to wait for 18.4 to come out to the entire public? One thing to note, if you did like the wallpapers in this video, definitely recommend becoming a channel member to get all these wallpapers, as well as every single month we get new updated wallpapers, so definitely consider that. And if you want to watch more videos like this one, definitely consider subscribing to the channel as well. But here are some suggestions of some videos that YouTube thinks you're going to like. And until next time, I'm Fernando, and I'm out of here, everybody. Peace.